Because I said, how do you follow Hogan and Rock? And Triple H, and probably, rightfully so, was fighting for the title match to be last, but we couldn't follow it. We just couldn't. And you could see the air go out of the room. That's a match I've never watched it back. Because I remember being kind of disappointed in it, main event of WrestleMania. And I remember talking with CM Punk years later, and one of his big reasons why he left wrestling was he was really mad that he wasn't the main event of WrestleMania. He wasn't on last. I said, dude, you worked with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's the main event. Like any Taker matches, he goes, you can't say that because you were on last. And I'm like, okay, I was on last, but I wasn't the main event. Just because you're on last does not make you the main event per se, but still, we were on last, and I can say I still have the card at home that they gave out with the programs. It was an old school card that had all the matches, then the WrestleMania main event, Jericho versus Triple H. And with my legacy established and, some people saying that Jericho's the GOAT and all this other shit. At the time, I was the first undisputed champion, but that was the end of the line. It took me 2001 to 2000. It took me 7 years to win the title back again. And that run with the Undisputed Championship, to win it was great, but the whole run with it was terrible for me, like, in my opinion. The angles were the I was the champion, but I'd be on the fourth on the show. My original idea for that angle was Triple H was hurt, and when he came back, I was going to say, like, dude, like, your wife's having an affair on you. And the affair was she's having an affair with Rob Van Dam. And it would go through the thing, he doesn't believe it, I have video proof, and then go into the ring and say, listen, man, we don't see eye to eye, but I can't stand for this anymore. Your wife's having an affair with Van Dam. And then show a video of, like, guy with a ponytail making out with Stephanie in bed, whatever, and then turn around and it's me with the Rob Van Dam hair, and then I'm standing behind him with the sledgehammer and I kill him, right? Which starts with me and Stephanie, and we're together and we're in love, and that's kind of the whole angle. And Triple H wouldn't go for it. He said that my character would never be so stupid to, fall for this, and my wife would never have an affair on me. And so it ended up being that Stephanie and I were business associates, and she was like more the focal point than me. And I remember seeing a WrestleMania graphic for the main event of WrestleMania, and you see the still shot, and it was Triple H versus Chris Jericho with Stephanie McMahon, but instead of Stephanie McMahon's being behind me, she was in the front and I was behind her. I remember calling Kevin Dunn and going, dude, I'm the champion. Like, I get what's going on, but you gotta change that graphic. It's like Triple H versus Stephanie with me in the background. It was just more of a kind of a forgotten thing. So the build-up for the match wasn't great. The positioning of the match wasn't great. And in my opinion, the match wasn't great. But I can say I was in the main event of WrestleMania. So there you go.